true magic is as magic does. Why is it so difficult to accept that magic is real? There has been a misinformation campaign to confuse the truth about magic, what it is, how we can use it and why it exists, or doesn't. Harry Houdini was a magician. He was a master at illusion, escapism, and convenience work. He worked hard at impressing the masses and drew a lot of attention to the common phrase known by magic. And while Houdini was definitely a magician, one of his greatest sleights was guiding people to believe that the illusions he was creating before the eye were what magic was. This is why people don't believe in magic, because they have a false conception of what magic is. Houdini was a magician in the true sense. Magic is the ability to change consciousness at will, as defined by Dion Fortune. So, he used his brilliance and intellect to shift his mind into a flow state where he gained the attention of thousands around the world, who would travel enormous distances to see a man defy death. This is a tradition that still exists to this day. Let us not forget, this tradition is magic by title only. It is a genre of entertainment by the same name that pagans and esoteric mystics refer to their spiritual work. An investigation of the world with an open mind and a curious engagement, it is common for humans seeking their purpose in life to have a mystical experience. There are many keys to unlock a mystical experience, and if a person makes it a practice of theirs to explore these mystical experiences in pursuit of selfhood, then the individual comes to understand magic. People don't believe in magic because they believe it is an objectively shared experience. Going back to the definition, however, reminds us that it is a subjective or personal experience. What is fascinating, however, is what happens when more than one practitioner of magic gets together to play. Because a person has to be open to experiencing magic in order for that will aspect of Fortune's definition to be true magic. No cynic or critic will be the recipient of the bounty that comes from a spell, a prayer, a guided meditation, an exorcism, or a baptism. However, on the flip side, when a group congregates with a willing, open, receptive, and coherent spirit, the intention becomes very potent and the unexpected and unfamiliar tends to happen. Unapplied at Burning Man, even your mainstream culture kids have way trippy experiences, and it makes a lot of sense. In that type of an environment, the structure of the cultural belief has shifted from one of fundamental material dogmatism to one of fluidity, lucidity, and possibility. There were many times I was out at Black Rock City and was thinking of someone or something, and those thought forms returned to me the exact people or ideas as I thought them. Now, keep in mind that many of the people I was thinking about also practice magic, and our biorhythms had us communicating outside of the internal thought realm as well. The whole realm of magic is multidimensional, and when we work together to practice, it amplifies the effect. Look at the President Asterisk. He practices magic every day. Every day he puts into power the belief that his signature changes the world. It does. He is actively weaving prayers into the foundation of government all of the time. How would this be possible without magic? Even a doctor in political science can tell you that it is by social agreement that this happens. What is social agreement if not willful collective conscious shifting? Wizard. What would be possible if we lifted our doubt by shifting our beliefs? What if we recognized the power our society and their definitions and language had over us, individually and collectively? How much are we held back by imaginary limitations? I don't know the answers to these questions yet. I do know that I am actively creating the answers. The more we share counsel, the more we teach each other as well as ourselves. It is literally a matter of speaking the truth loudly in the midst of static. This is what other magicians like Martin Luther King Jr., John Lennon, Gandhi, Jon Stewart, Starhawk, Madame Blavatsky, Charlie Chaplin and countless others have taught us how to do. Now, with the internet, or the nervous system of the next species, there is more local static being generated than any time we're aware of. It is advisable to seek harmony with your city, your community, your social networks, your daily practices and your path. The stronger your word is, the better your life and the lives of all of those you touch will be. Magic comes from the inside, and whenever it manifests in the physical realm, we call that art. Remember that life is a participatory art form. Play fair, study your interests every day. Your body is the temple through which your prayers and spells are cast out into the source field. Keep the foundation of your temple strong and in clear integrity. Many of us are very much caught up in this lifetime, taking it so seriously, believing that since they cannot recall any time but this incarnation, this identity, that this must have been their first jog around the block. But we all know that memory is a temporary tool to draw upon when need be, and it isn't meant to be a perfect Akashic record of all moments instantly. Regardless, stay patient in the breath. It's a long journey, take your time. Secular Professor John Gust as his #1 piece of advice to any young person. And if you still don't believe in magic, I enjoy the process of pretending like you might be open to the chance of it being real. That's where all the real magic begins anyways. Expect better, receive better.